boys and girls, let's read another book, please. This is Humanoid Robots Running into the Future. And it's the testing number, boys and girls, for Reading Renaissance is 163593. Book level is 4.6, and it's worth 0.5 points, half a point, boys and girls. Let's get started. It's a robot. A young woman walks onto a stage and waves to the crowd. Wait, that's not a person. It's a robot. Humanoid robots keep becoming more lifelike. Let's see how they have advanced over time. Lifelike humanoid robots, called actroids, were first built in Japan in 2003. Robot, a machine programmed to do jobs usually performed by a person. Humanoid, having a human form or characteristics. Early mechanical people, talos. People have imagined human-like machines for thousands of years. One Greek myth describes a giant bronze statue named Talos. In the story, the Greek gods brought Talos to life to guard an island against invaders. Myth, a story told by people in ancient times. This is Talos. Robot fact, in the late 1400s, inventor and artist Leonardo da Vinci designed and drew plans for a robotic knight. Automatons. In the 1700s, Pierre-Jacques Droz and his sons built automatons using springs, gears, and other parts. The mechanical dolls played music, drew pictures, and wrote letters. Automaton. Mechanical device designed to follow a set of instructions. Describe. Robot fact. The three Jacques Droz automatons were called the musician, the draftsman, and the scribe. Learning to walk and talk. Wabot 1. Scientists began building more advanced humanoid robots in the 1970s. They also began giving robots artificial intelligence. The first robot to walk on two legs was Wabot 1 in 1970. It could speak several words in Japanese. Artificial intelligence, the ability of a machine to think like a person. Robot fact. Wasubot was built in 1985. It was based on Wabot 1 and could play music on an organ. This is Wabot 1. Cog. In 1993, scientists began building a robot called Cog as a research project. The robot learns to do things by watching and imitating people. Cog has also helped scientists learn how people respond to human-like machines. Cog. Robot fact. Like Cog, the iCub robot helps scientists in Europe research how children learn. This humanoid robot thinks and acts much like a 3.5-year-old child. Almost human. Helio. In the early 2000s, the Sony company developed a robot called Helio. It had more human-like movement. Using 30 different motors, it could walk, run, sing, and dance. Helio. Robot fact. Helio was going to be sold to the public, but Sony stopped working on the robots in 2006. I wonder why. ASIMO. The Honda company first introduced ASIMO in 2000. ASIMO recognizes faces and certain hand movements. In 2012, ASIMO was given more realistic movement. The robot now runs and climbs stairs. ASIMO. Robot fact. ASIMO stands for Advanced Step in Innovative Mobility. Ripley QI Expo. Ripley Q1 Expo was introduced in 2007. It was one of the most lifelike robots in the world. The android had soft artificial skin. It could blink its eyes and even seem to breathe. Android, a robot that looks, thinks, and acts very similar to a human being. Robot fact: science fiction stories often feature realistic androids. The character Data on the TV show Star Trek: The Next Generation was a human like robot. Ripley Q1 Expo. She looks almost human, boys and girls. Humanoids at work. Robot receptionists. Humanoid robots are starting to show up in public places. The Saya android has worked as both a receptionist and a teacher. Saya uses 700 phrases to speak with people. Receptionist, someone who works in an office to greet visitors and answer phone calls. Robot fact: the robot Soya Hanako is used to train dentistry students in Japan. This realistic robot blinks, sneezes, and coughs like a real patient. Saya. Looks almost real, boys and girls. Ream. The Ream service robot was designed for many uses. It provides useful information and guides visitors in public places. Ream can also be programmed to entertain people or carry small packages. Program to enter a series of instructions in a computer language. Ream, how can I help you? Robotic limbs. Researching humanoid robots also helps people with missing limbs. Robotic arms and legs help them live normal lives. The newest robotic limbs work with a person's own nerves and muscles. Limb, a part of the body used in moving or grasping. Arms and legs are limbs. Nerve, thin fiber that carries messages between the brain and other parts of the body. Robot fact: the 2004 movie I, Robot features a character with an advanced robotic arm. Boys and girls, this is a human, and we're talking about replacing an arm that she was missing, boys and girls, with a robotic one, robotic limbs. Robonaut 2. Humanoid robots are even used in space. Robonaut 2 was sent to the International Space Station in 2011. It currently performs dull, repetitive tasks, but Robonaut 2 may be used for more dangerous missions in the future. Robonaut 2. Look into the future. Scientists continue to make robots more lifelike. One day, robots may be a large part of people's daily lives. Androids may work in hospitals, schools, or shopping malls. The future holds endless possibilities. Robot fact: The Jetsons was a cartoon show that featured a robot maid named Rosie. She cooked, cleaned, and kept the family's house running smoothly. Thank you, boys and girls.